Let's get started. Today, we're going to discuss about starting your research career as a medical student, a guide to research. My name is Mojtaba Barzegar. As Shahnawaz introduced me, I'm the MSc of Medical Physics from Tehran University of Medical Sciences. Also, I'm the fellowship of SPMT in different subcommittees such as psychiatry, such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and neuroradiology. Also, we are working on the Middle East branch of SPMT, and our first meeting would be in 1st to 3rd of July 2022 in Istanbul at Üsküdar University. This is the first gathering of many experts in Middle East, and this is the Middle East Brain Initiative of SPMT. Also, I'm the editor board of Frontiers in Radiology, Neuroradiology, which is a very great experience. And also, I'm working as a research associate at Neuroscience Department of Shiraz University of Medical Sciences. And simultaneously, I'm managing the IQBMI services. And also, I've been the National Brain Mapping Lab supervisor for 3 years. This is a very, very short brief of my experience. Okay, for starting your research and your connection with others, you have to keep in mind 5 things that you must to do. This is very, very essential and very important because you need to train step by step to have the skill of communication with other researchers from all over the world, with other professors, with your colleagues, and with your community. The first is learning new programming languages. This is very, very important if you want to stay in the medical field. Please try and please keep in your mind, you must gain this experience for learning a new programming languages such as R. R are very, very simple and basic languages for medical students. C and C++, 9, Python, etc. So this is very important. The next one would be the holding a verified language certification such as IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and GRE, etc. And the next one would be preparing a professional updated CV, maximum 4 pages. 2 to 4 pages is enough, but please update every month your CV. The next important tips is surfing a career-based social media such as LinkedIn. This is very important to find new things, to gain many ideas from others, and communicate with the professional people in LinkedIn or something like this, any social media that engaged with professional people. The last one is stay focused on a specific field, such as radiotherapy, such as imaging, such as orthopedic, surgery, etc. So please focus on one specific major, on one specific field. This is 5 must. So keep in mind, do these things as an essential requirements for any kind of research for starting your career in this field. But I'm happy to introduce you 5 more things that you should to do. This is not essential, but it's better if you try these 5 steps. The first one is try to use your official email address. Your official email address means your email with the suffix of your institute, your university, your company, etc. The next one is trying to take an internship course on-site or online. If you can start your internship course on-site, would be great experience for everyone. I've been in Valencia as an intern for a month, and I gained many great experience in this environment. So this is a very great chance to everyone. The next one would be staying connected with patients in clinics. So if you want to stay, if you in the medical field, you need to communicate with patients. You need to work in clinics. You have to be focused on the clinical trial, because there are many other fields similar to for example this major, but they are not in relationship with patient and clinic, and this is makes you unique. And the next one would be yeah, this is great. If you can connect your job with other modalities, such as, for example, such as artificial intelligence. This is a very hot topic these days. Relating your job with artificial intelligence, related your job with marketing, related your job with other fields. This would be great for you, because these multidisciplinary field would make you a unique person in this field. And the last one, trying to use a calendar for your schedule. This is very important. Please mark every event in your calendar. Please don't meet any people without any advanced, for example, appointment. Don't call to the professor. Don't call to your friend without any appointment. This is very important. But this is 5 things that you are not allowed to do. The first one is don't email frequently to a professor. If you send an email to a professor and didn't reply for a long time, you can email a gentle reminder to the professor, but please don't repeat your email anymore. This is not professional. The next one would be don't name any brand, any company, any private company in a scientific paper. This is a very important things. The next one, don't exaggerate on your abilities. Please be yourself. Please show your ability, not more. Not you are going to be. Please show your ability at the moment, at this moment. Don't exaggerate about yourself. This is very important. The next one is don't complain about anything. Please stop nagging at your colleague, at your job, and nagging at patient and etc. You have to be patient in this field. You have to learn. You have to learn, treat to people softly. Please don't complain about anything in clinics, in your environment. And the last one, is very, very essential and important. Please don't publish anything without allowance of co-authors. This is very important because all authors have the right to be in your paper or not. This is very important. So please, things that you are not allowed to do, ever, never. Okay, for starting a research, you have two options. The first one is preclinical research, and the other is clinical research. What's the difference between this? Preclinical research is much more, if you want to start a very simple research, you can take the clinical research because it's much more easier than preclinical research, because preclinical research requires many things in advance. For example, if you want to work with animals in a laboratory, you are doing a preclinical research. But if you want to have a study on some patients, for example, with MS, with dementia, you don't need, or you have not to work in a laboratory. You can start your own research in clinic, in hospital, in any clinical center. So please keep in mind, clinical research would be the first option, but you can continue your research in preclinical research in a laboratory, because in laboratory everything should be isolated, everything should be very, very tough, very, very disciplined. But for clinical research, you can start your own research without any requirements. Also, please learn about a basic knowledge on different fields in medical trial, such as MRI imaging as a significant modality, such as PET-CT and its application, its indication, cognitional evaluation, learn a basic knowledge on blood biomarkers, on clinical assessment, on genetic tests, and on different other, for example, signal modalities such as quantitative EEG. So please improve your knowledge in a basic level for everything in a hospital. Today, I'm gonna provide you some important tips from a great textbook, which name is How to Succeed in Medical Research, a practical guide. The first one would be how to get involved in the research. Then conducting a study, and for example, a unique study, then learning about the literature review, ethics and ethical applications in medicine, analyzing the data, writing a scientific paper, and finally, how to get published your paper. Tips 1, how to get involved in research. The first question is this: why do research? This is very basic question. How can, for example, how would be the advantages of the starting a research? This is very basic question. You are doing a research because you are improving your CV. you are broadening your experience. This is why you are doing a research. So every day ask yourself, what's the aim of starting a research? What should I do a research? This is why I recommended you to start a research, because you have to improve your knowledge, you have to broaden your experience, you have to broaden your vision, you have to improve your CV. The next one would be, how can I become involved in? There are many approaches: through your colleagues, through an advertisement, through a professor, through a scientific community, through for example, social media surfing. The next one would be different types of research. There are many types of research, such as case studies, such as cohort studies, such as, for example, original work, such as literature review. So you have to learn about different available types of research. The next one would be clinical versus laboratory research. I explained before. Clinical is essential, is very basic, but laboratory has some requirements, and you have to learn many requirements, such as for example, experience in working with animals, experience in working in an isolated environment, and etc. And the last one is getting ideas for research. Ideas come from anywhere. For example, when you are visiting a patient, maybe he or she asks you some question. This could be an idea. When you are working with a, for example, device, and simultaneously something spark in your mind, oh, how can I improve this device? This would be an idea. And anyone can, for example, lead you or make you some vagaries in your mind, some questions. And this is why the connection with others in clinic is very important, because ideas raised from anywhere, anybody, and also in clinic. Tips 2, conducting a study. How to find a research project. The research project could start from a friend, could start from a colleague, from a professor, your mentor, and some advertisements, such in some social media, such as LinkedIn. And please use your interest, show your passion to others, to provide you the opportunity of being a part of a team in a research project. So this is very important. The next one would be how to approach a mentor. There are two main approach: direct approach and indirect approach. Depends on your situation, depends on you, depends on the mentor. Please read about the mentor through website. Please review his or her previous research backgrounds, and after that you can start to writing an email. You can start with writing an email. You can start with getting appointment from a secretary or etc. Writing an email is a direct approach, but asking a professor through your friend, through a, for example, associate researcher, through a secretary, would be an indirect approach. So please take your strategy before starting any communication. The next one is planning your study. Research questions are very important part of a study, and hypothesis. After that, you have to serve. You have to learn more about the background of your study. So literature review is a very important part. After that, you need to design your own study. Please team up with any other colleagues in the field and make your mind to have a sample size, and after that a collection and writing a proposal for applying any kind of grant and etc., something like this. Tips 3, literature review. Such as any other scientific writing, such as any other scientific manuscript, literature review has an introduction. Introduction is very important. After that, background and history of your study is very important. Background and significance. The very essential and main, I can call it the heart of your study, is the aim, objective, and purpose of the study. Because anyone that can decide on accepting your grant or dismiss your grant, take a look at your aims, at your objective and purpose of your study. This is very important. Methods need very deep surfing, very deep studying about the background of the project, and hypothesis, and finally conclusion and justification for a literature review. Tips 4, ethics and ethical application. What's the medical ethics and its importance? In medical field, ethics play a very significant role, because you are working with patients, you are working with human beings, we are working with, for example, animals in laboratory. So ethical issues are very important, and you won't be able to publish your manuscript without consideration
Mustafa,
of
sorry
ethics.
to interrupt. Hello, Mustafa, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you please finish it in 3 minutes, because I have to give the demo of our Biospiel.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And after that, main ethical consideration and practical ethical application. Tips 5, analyzing your data. Please try to have the basic knowledge on statistics, and after that, please have a study on different variables in your study. Read the tutorials of software that you are going to work with, and checking the references in your study, and validating the result of your analyzing. And after that, you can pass your analyze to an expert for having a review. Tips 6, writing a paper, understanding the goal of a study, brainstorming with your team, research about the paper, affiliation of the team, and making a very initial draft, and after that edit and proofread the paper. Tip 7, how to get published. Please select your journal based on the topic of journal. For example, some journals you have to pay for publish, but in others you don't have to pay. Please select the journal based on your budget. Reading the journal guideline, after that getting your paper ready for the journal, and edit the revision. If you didn't have a chance to be accepted in a journal, please don't disappoint it. Dealing with the rejection is very important. Please learn from the points and improve your paper for the next journal. Now, I like to introduce you 3 textbook references for knowing more about the research career. The first one is Career Advice for Young Scientific in Biomedical Research by Dr. Schmidt. Interviews with roughly 100 biomedical scientists. The next one is a how-to guide for medical students by Michael, for medical students into the academic surgery in particular. And the last one is how to succeed in medical research, a practical guide paperback by Robert Foley. The book is packed with real-world case studies and expert tips. And finally, thank you for listening me. Please follow me and IQBMI on LinkedIn. Stay focused and stay tuned. You can ask me any queries through my email address. You can find my information contact in my page in LinkedIn. And I hope to repeat these series of learning about the different tips in medical research with Shahnawaz and with Biospiel.
Thank you, Mustafa Barzibar. Thank you for your time.
For your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Mustafa. It was a very wonderful presentation. Now let me introduce Biospiel. Our company Biospiel is a social computing platform for doctors. So let me explain to you what is Biospiel. Let me show you a demo. Can you see my screen, Mustafa?
Yeah.
Okay, this is come to biospiel.com, BIOSPIEL, biospiel.com. And this is a medical collaboration website for doctors, students, and researchers. Create a new account. Here you create a new account. And select your profession. You're a medical professional, student, scientist, healthcare professional, or let's say you're a student. Type your name, last name, your email, your password, confirm password, your institution name, select your country. Let's say you are from Albania. Specialty, subspecialty, upload your workplace ID, school ID, institute ID, license, professional registration certificate, or clinical degree certificate. That's for your verification. Once you upload your picture, press register and follow the steps to register. I already have an account, so let me log in with my email. And it is 100% free to use. There is no money to pay to use this website. It's 100% free. Log into our portal. This is the home feed. Here you can see medical cases are being published on the home feed. As you can see, there are some medical cases being published. So when you click on the case, you can also see the picture, or you can also see the case in more detail. So you can also go to your profile. This is the profile page. You can see the profile of this user. You can see cases being posted, medical cases, decisions, articles, people are following and followers. So you can share a case. If you have any medical case, you can share it. So you can post some medical images here. You can talk about the case summary. Patient is 30 years old, and you can talk about the case summary and everything. You can talk about the specialty. Let's say CT, MRI. I agree to the community guideline content policy, and you share a case. So our global team will review your case for patient private information. Once your case is being reviewed, it will be posted in the Biospiel community, and everyone can see your case and they can contribute it. So your case has been sent to your moderation team for review. As you can see, your case is being sent to for review. This is the case you posted, and you can also see it on your profile. This case is pending here. We just posted. So you can post a case, decision, and article. So thank you, everyone. This is Biospiel, and please feel free to join this portal. It's free of cost, it's 100% free. You can share medical cases, medical decisions, medical articles. New features are coming soon for medical groups, medical events, and chat. So you can easily join this portal and share it with your network. It's 100% free of cost, and we are working day and night to introduce more features in the portal. Please join this portal and ask your network.